guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, but we've been so busy. As you can see, I'm missing my diet because I have to put it back in because yesterday I went and had an MRI for my uterus around my pelvic area. So before I get into that, let me rewind back to our appointment on the 31st with Dr. Conway in Idaho Falls. So, day after our anniversary, we went up to Idaho Falls to go see Dr. Conway about what was going on with us, and she went over everything that has to do with all the questions we asked and all of that. So, sorry, my nose ring is poking out, jeez. Anyway, so we went and did that, and we had actually brought Marcus's semen analysis results with us because we were kind of like, is this really what's going on? If you missed that video, I'll link it up here in the iCard. Is he actually just fine? Like, what is going on? And I'm sorry for the change in lighting. Clouds are just being assholes. Anyway, so we went up and we gave her the analysis results because we have a physical copy. And she told us that his numbers were in normal range. So he's fine, which that made us excited. Like, yes, that's one less stress we don't have to deal with. Anyway, so she's like, well, let's do a transvaginal ultrasound on you, see what's actually going on up there. Like, if you really do just have one side of your uterus and one fallopian tube or whatever's going on. And I was like, okay, sure, I can do that. So we get in there, which for me, it was completely painless. And she, inserts the wand, and then we're looking around, and she goes, oh, you have both your ovaries. You have both your sides of your uterus. See, look, there's your ovary, and it's full of eggs. You're okay. And, I lost it. I started to cry. Anyway, so what she did is because she thinks I actually have a septum in my uterus. If you think of it as like a room divider, so it splits my uterus down the middle, and a septum is pretty much kind of like a big band of muscle, if you will, kind of like your nose. So she ordered the MRI to kind of see really what's going on. She should have the results in a couple of days. And we have a follow-up phone call appointment with her on the 19th to kind of further game plan. So, flash forward to yesterday. I went in, had the MRI done. She actually had prescribed me a diazepam just to kind of calm my nerves, which I actually ended up not going all the way in the MRI machine. It only came up to, I would say, about here. Maybe a little. So my hands were like this. So about here. Because they just wanted to look at my pelvic area. They did with and without the contrast dye. I did get poked. My arm is a little sore today, but that was not my phone was ringing. That was the only pain that I had at all. So that was great. Came home, took a 3-hour nap. So now, pretty much, when she gets the results back, like I said, is when we game plan. Also, she wants to try not IVF, not IUI, well, kind of like IUI, but it's called natural cycles. I'll do a video more in depth when we find out what the actual game plan of that is. If you aren't sure what IVF, IUI, or a natural cycle is, you can go ahead and Google that. Like I said, I'll do a more in-depth video. Also, I'm so proud of myself. I started my very first podcast the other day on Anchor, so I'll leave the link for that down below. So if you guys want to go and check it out, there will be a new podcast episode up today. There are already 2 up, so please share that. I'm on also so far Google Podcast, Pocket Cast, Spotify. I have where I'm at. Hang on. Okay, Google Podcast, Spotify, Breaker, Podcast, Radio Public, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and Stitcher. So if you guys want to go and check it out, like I said, I will leave the link down below. The link I will leave is for Anchor, but I'm also on Spotify and all that stuff. And the name that I leave down, or the link I leave down, if you click on it, it will take you to that podcast. And the name of the podcast on the link is the same on all across those platforms. So please go ahead, check it out. I also have a live supporter button that you can click and donate to the podcast if you want. You absolutely don't have to, but if you do, thank you so freaking much. Like I said, I will leave that down below the link. And so I'm going to go ahead and go. It's payday today. Marcus should be home soon. He just worked to breakfast today, so I will see him soon, and then we will go ahead and pay some bills, run some errands, do all the payday stuff like I said. Once we get more info, I will make a more in-depth video, but for now, everything looks good. MRI went well yesterday. They said that I did great, and they got some great images, and it was a great study, so we will see on the 19th, and I will probably make a video after the 19th, if not before. So, with that, I love you guys so much. Mwah. Lots of love, lots of light, lots of hope, and lots of baby dust. And don't forget to check out my podcast on Anchor. Bye, guys.